Whim-filled and wistful, I made my escape from my daily residence to venture into the old car city, one of the last standing cemeteries dedicated to the decay of purely metal man-made. My first steps on the hallowed dirt grounds felt like an affront, a brag to all those who could never move again. Vehicles sat on rusted rims, perfectly immobile save for the imperceptible process of decay that had taken them over. A force compelled me to enter the plywood structure nearby, which reeked of freshly murdered cherry trees. Inside, my boots echoed on a hollow flooring against the thin walls. I drew my gaze to the dark mass in between the wood piles. It seemed to be moving slowly, drifting between the splotches of light. It noticed me before it, and a rush of understanding hit my being. A girl left alone here forever, just like these cars. I don't have to ask what happened. I can feel the feral, primal pain in the spot. Though covered in decades of new dirt, I know she lies somewhere beneath it. We step out and wander the aisles of corpses. She dances on the roofs, where bent metal groans and screeches at me like cows in distress. She tells me anyway. In her time, decades ago, before the monument to engineering failure, back in a more hopeful era, she was raised among these cows, in stacks of wheat in box-like buildings. She didn't know life until it came flying at her, in the form of a well-dressed man from a big city. Grabbing her attention at the general store, he lured her in with promises of new beginnings, a world where everyone could communicate at the touch of a button, where cars took you anywhere you could ever want to go, where buildings got taller and humanity's viewpoint climbed higher and higher. I see the darkness inside her fuzzy outline as her gaze falls below mine. She grew for him, but not fast enough. Not automatic, flawed, human, left in the dust and exhaust. And he continued on in his shiny car. He died in it one day, crashing into a streetcar in a clash of metal and sound. She knew his desire was not for the wealth of humanity's knowledge to grow. It was for an artificial appendage that would give the appearance of immense power. But he's gone now too, and his car has outlived him. These men who build these great machines on a whim to fit their fancy, they don't realize that they are the disposable ones. She spits on the ground, the grave of him and her. I held myself in the murky warmth of her space until wordlessly she disappeared, and I was left in the baldly captive audience of the cars, her era and his. Soon to be forgotten, aging slowly to us and fast to the larger forces of decay, the spinning earth and the eroding mountains, our insignificance blotting out us and our achievements like an anthill wiped away by a storm.